Content creators are fake as fuck. You know what annoys me? It annoys me that my audience believes everything that they see on YouTube. And I hate to say it, some of them will get offended by this video. If you get offended by this video, I'm obviously not talking about you. I'm talking about the people who believe everything they see on the internet. They believe everything their favorite content creator tells them. They believe all of the hype. They believe that their favorite content creator who comes off as relatable on camera is some nice down-to-earth guy. I have bad news for you. That person is not down to earth. That person is not nice for the most part. I don't know, but chances are they're probably a dirtbag. Chances are they're probably faking it. And it annoys me to see other people, even people who are older than me, fall for the hype. How do you, as a grown-ass man, fall for the hype when you see your favorite content creator donating to some charity? You know, donating to some charity, the money they're donating is money they got from people who donated to them. Make it make sense. And then you'll sit here and you'll defend this content creator. You'll act like you know them and like I am the bad guy for pointing out how fake they are. I'm pointing out how fake they are because I'm fake too. Come on. I'm fake too. But I'm not as fake as the content creators you guys look up to. You know, it's annoying. It's annoying. Being a content creator in itself is annoying because, and I've said it many times, I'm not trying to be a content creator. I'm trying to just make videos and get my opinions out there. But in the big 2025, I guess that's considered being a content creator. When in reality, I would really like to just be a guy on camera talking his opinions, you know? But that's beside the point. The point is that being a content creator is annoying because you have a bunch of parasocials that expect you to behave a certain way just because they saw one video about you where you acted a certain way. And then you have a bunch of other content creators that you want to collab with or go have fun with or, you know, build a community with. And when you meet them, you realize this person is fake. This person is pretending. Everything that they've shown you for the past year that you've been watching their content is not real. They're just acting. They're actors. They're not interested in becoming friends. They're not interested in collaborating. They're not interested in building a genuine community. They're just grifting. And it's annoying. And then you tell their audience, oh, I met this person, they were fake, they were just grifting. And the audience gets mad. How dare you? How dare you speak bad about my favorite content creator? He's not like that. He's a good guy. He gives to charity. I can already hear it in my ears. You buy the hype. So gullible. So gullible. Content creation in itself is fake. They come on, you know, there are two types of content creators. There are the content creators who come on like me and just talk off the cuff, tell you what they're thinking, tell you their opinions about things. And then there's the content creators that come on, yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Let's go out. The over-the-top fake acting content creators. And for some reason, you know, I can understand if you're a viewer, you're a watcher, and you're buying the hype of the content creator who seems genuine. He comes on, he talks with a normal voice. He just tells you what he thinks. I can see you getting tricked by that guy. But what really annoys me is that you guys get tricked by the fake guy. You guys get tricked by the radio broadcaster guy. The guy who's obviously playing a character. And it's like, I don't know if society is gaslighting me or if I'm the only person who sees it or if I'm in a simulation. But for the life of me, I cannot understand why you as a sovereign individual would go defend some person you never met who's putting on a character that's obvious. And yet, time and time again, I've ran into these people who, oh my God, I don't want to even name drop any content creators in here, but there's a few big ones. There's a few big ones that are obviously playing a character. And I will have people in the chat fighting with me about how this person's a good person and you don't know where this person came from and blah, 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 blah. Like, dude, you don't know where they came from either. You weren't there with them. Anyone can craft a narrative. Anyone can make up a story. You know, I've told you guys time and time again that I grew up in Panama, in a third world country, but you don't know if that's true or not. I could just be making that up. I can make up a whole fake backstory. In fact, forget about me growing up in Panama and all that stuff. I could just make up a fake backstory right now today. And from now on, I could just tell new viewers, oh no, I actually grew up in Canada. I actually grew up in Alberta, Canada. And I can make up a whole story. And as I grow my audience, people will just run with that story. It's all fake. How can you not see this? How naive are you? There are giant multi-million-dollar brands, because these creators aren't even creators, they're brands. They will sit in front of a camera with a broken down, beat up seat and a beat up car in the background while making millions and millions of dollars in order to trick you, the gullible sucker, into donating your hard-earned cash to them, a multi-millionaire. And yet you still fall for it. And when somebody points it out, instead of you guys just acknowledging, you know what? I didn't think about it that way. You might be right. I don't know this person. No, you defend this person tooth and nail. You buy into the hype every single time. We really are at peak parasocial. We are at peak parasocial. And I find it irritating, you know? And maybe that's the reason why my streams have not been going as planned, because I point out the stuff that nobody wants to hear. But somebody has to do it. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it. And I am so wanting to name drop some content creators in this video, but I won't. You guys know who I'm talking about. They got a hairstylist. They got a clothing stylist. They got a PR team. Fake as fuck. The view botters, the fake subscribers. And you tell them, oh, this person is view botting. You show the person, the viewers, the stats. And the viewers get offended. They get more offended at the accusation of view botting than the actual person you're accusing of view botting. Why can't you see that content creators are fake? They're fake. This whole thing is a house of mirrors. And you're the poor sucker donating to these fake content creators. In the beginning of this video, I said I was fake. Let me clarify what I meant by that. What I meant is that I'll come on if I'm in a bad mood and I'll pretend to have a good mood. I'll make some jokes about things that I probably wouldn't want to joke about off camera. But I'm not going to be fake about myself, my own integrity. I have boundaries. And a lot of the content creators that you guys follow do not have boundaries. They will never come on and tell you the truth about who they are, what they believe in. Most of them are fence sitters. They're not going to tell you what they believe in. Why risk a brand deal? I would be a hypocrite if I didn't tell you guys that I want to make money on this platform, that I wanted to get followers on this platform, that I want to get brand deals. But I also have my own standards and morals and integrity. I'm not going to do whatever it takes to get a brand deal. Lie to the audience, pretend to be somebody else. But a lot of these people you guys admire, that's what they're doing. So you need to wake up. You need to wake up. You need to realize that this whole thing is fake. You need to stop donating to multimillionaires that don't need your donations. Stop being so parasocial. Get out, touch some goddamn grass. Wake up. You're in the Matrix. You're literally in the Matrix. And I don't know what it takes to wake you up from this slumber you're in. You rather sit in your house and be a loser and watch some other guy be a multimillionaire successful content creator and donate the few dollars that you have to that person. Make that make sense. Make it make sense. Anyways, I'm out. I just had to get this off my chest. Subscribe. I stream every single day at 6:30 p.m. I'm out.